This is a Thunder Game Report.
I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena, where the Thunder come up with a huge win tonight over the previously 13-1 San Antonio Spurs. The Thunder beat the Spurs at their own game tonight. The Thunder defended better than San Antonio, shot better than San Antonio, shared the ball better than San Antonio, and out-rebounded the Spurs. They also held their own with points in the paint. It was a huge win for the Thunder. We had a chance, of course, to talk to Scott Brooks from the podium, and then in the locker room, a happy bunch of Thunder players, Kevin Durant, Jeremy Lamb, and Reggie Jackson. Lamb and Jackson came up huge for the Thunder. Here's the reaction from inside the locker room.
Well, I thought our defense was outstanding. I think the last 3 or 4 games we put a string of defensive effort, defensive performances that we can continue to build on. Going into this game, they've won 11 in a row, hottest team in basketball, and the way they score, they're a hard team to guard. But I thought our guys did a very good job with our length, making them miss some shots, and I thought the defense was the key tonight. Yeah, Reggie was good in pick and rolls. He's one of the best finishers around the basket. We put him in situations where he can get to the basket, and he does a good job of finding gaps, angles, and he gets in there and he finishes around the rim. I thought Serge and our bigs were setting good screens. Serge was really good tonight, but he's been like that for 10 games or so. He's really consistent. And that's what we love about what he's doing this year. It seems like every game you can count on the points and the rebounds and the defensive presence that he brings to our team. But I thought the defense, Serge was huge tonight. He was really battling all their bigs and all their guards that were coming down the lane, contesting and altering shots.
What specifically happened in the third quarter? Was that just Reggie kind of getting going?
Well, we wanted to play faster. We wanted to play with a little more speed. Not just against them, that's how we play. We wanted to come out at halftime and play a little better. We didn't shoot the ball well in the first half, but I liked our defensive effort, and that's something that we can continue to build on, because it's all about our effort on the defensive end to create opportunities for the offense. But third quarter, we were making shots. Reggie was really good in that third quarter, really got us going offensively, and then the fourth quarter, we ended up scoring 25, 26 points.
Darnell Mayberry, Oklahoma. Scott, what if I told you before the game that Kevin and Russell would score 30 points on 39 shots tonight?
Would you tell me that we would have won?
I'm asking you. What would you have said?
One of the things I know this is easy to say when we won the game, but it's not about offense with us. We will score enough points throughout the game, whether it's off of our defense or we have better execution the last so many years. It's not easy for us to win when our two best players don't shoot the ball well, but that's why we have a good team. Everybody has to step up. Another guy, Jeremy Lamb stepped up in that first half. I thought he was really good, important. He kept us within reach, because that could have easily been a 15-point, 12 to 15-point favor in their part in the first half if we didn't defend.
Dean Blevins, News 9. It seemed like Russell kept his composure really well for a guy that scores but was struggling shooting.
Yeah, he struggled shooting tonight, but he did a good job on Tony. Tony's not an easy guy to guard, and he's playing like he always all-star level. And I thought Russell did a good job of staying in front of him. And he didn't shoot the ball well, but Russell plays with a lot of energy, a lot of heart, and he's an emotional guy. The 8 assists, obviously, was big for us tonight. And he was finding Serge for easy shots. He was finding KD when needed for easy shots, and that's what he did tonight.
Nick Gallo, Thunder.ma.com. Is there a level of maturity necessary to keep the defensive effort even when there are kind of peaks and valleys of shots falling? It seemed like there were times when shots were falling tonight, times when there weren't, but the defense was there the whole time.
Well, I don't know, it's maturity, but it's a sign of a good team. You can't rely on having a great offensive, all your shots falling, all your, everything's working for you on the offensive end. You have to rely on the defensive end. That's a sign of a good team, and we're a good team. That's how they've won for all the years that they've won on the defensive end. But there was two good teams battling each other, and and very competitive game. I don't think either team really played all that great offensively, but I thought both teams played hard.
Murray Evans from AP. Coach, Pop was out there kind of lamenting the fact that they settled for 27 threes. Was that more just because of your interior defense that they weren't able to drive the ball as much?
Well, we know out of their 102 points, they averaged 48 in the paint and 24 from the threes. Those are the two areas we wanted to contain. If they shoot threes, we can't really control that, but we can control if it's a contested three or not. I thought the threes that they took, I would say majority of them were good for us because we contested them. But they're a good team. They're not an easy team to stop. They're smart. They play with a lot of force offensively, but they can shoot. They didn't shoot the ball well. A little bit of us, but they didn't shoot the ball well either.
Coach, Trey Hunter, SB Nation. Seemed like there was a huge difference in the ball movement from the second quarter into the third quarter. Was that one of your keys coming out of halftime, kind of clean things up that way?
Well, I just told the guys at halftime our defense is right where we want to be. We want to be a tough defensive team. We want to play every possession with some physicality, and we did that in the first half. And I also told them the offensively, we didn't play with enough effort. That's not a good thing. You want to play both ends of the floor to be a good team in this league. And energy on the offensive end wasn't quite up to our standards in that first half, but it definitely did pick up. It allowed us to get over 50 points in the second half.
Scott, these games here at home, so many tough opponents. Do you feel like you're starting to see your team come together like you'd want? I mean, I know obviously you start the year without Russell, but do you feel like you're starting to round into the type of ball club you'd like to have?
Yeah, I like how we're playing. There's no question. We take a lot of pride in our home court, but we do have tough opponents. But I think the West, I don't know if there's an opponent that's not tough. But I like how we're playing. We're playing tough. We're playing physical. We're playing our assist levels have gone up. But also not that we weren't passing the ball early. We weren't making any shots early. I mean, we could not find a bucket, and we were struggling on that end. Now we're starting to make shots, and we're starting to make threes other than tonight. But I like how we're playing. We're playing defensive basketball, and we're scoring off of our defense.
Kevin Kosminski, News9.com. You mentioned Jeremy and Reggie, and it wasn't just that they scored, but it seemed like the way they played. Reggie was the confidence they played with. How encouraging is it to you in a game this big against a team that good that they just sort of seemed to take it in stride, put the team on their shoulders when you needed scoring, and Russell had a bad game? It's got to be really encouraging for a coach.
Yeah, I mean, I have confidence in all the guys, and unfortunately in this league you can't play everybody. But there's guys that probably deserve more minutes, but you only can spread so many minutes out. But I thought Jeremy came in and gave us great energy on both ends, and he's going to continue to develop and evolve as the season goes along. He's a young player, still understanding what we do, let alone what the opponent's doing. But I think he played really good tonight. He gave us an offensive spark in that first half, and I thought defensively he was good in the second half.
Coach, before the game, Pop said
Not that question.
There's nothing existential, I swear. Before the game, Coach Popovich said that he wanted to push the pace against you guys because you're tough to attack in the half court because of your length. You say you wanted to push the pace. The Clippers, Houston, Golden State, Portland, even Memphis says they want to push the pace. Only one team can be right. I'm just wondering, both teams can't possibly have the advantage in a fast-paced game.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we have to play to our strengths, and we want to defend first. There's no question. We want to be a defensive team. We want to defend every shot, every pass, every rebound, every loose ball. We want to take advantage of that into the floor, and then we want to score off of it. We don't want to score off of made buckets. We're not looking to push the ball out of the net. We want to get stops and push. I know they want to do the same thing, but it comes down to who can make shots and who can execute. There's a stretch tonight we weren't making shots, but we got hot at the right time in that second half.
So often push the pace means make them miss.
Yes, I mean that's what we talk about. I tell our guys we don't want to play fast and wild and crazy and everybody have a good time. We have fun when we defend and push the pace that way. We want to run, we want to score, we want to take good shots, not quick shots.
Jeremy, the defense seemed to be consistent throughout. What were you guys able to do on that end of the floor to keep them from getting comfortable?
Well, the coaching staff put us, in a good position. They really, scouted them well, told us, what they like to do, what they don't like to do. So I think we just try to stick to the principles, have each other back, and, we was able to force them to miss some shots.
The third quarter seemed to change the game. Did you feel a momentum shift during that stretch where you guys kind of pulled away?
Yeah, it's a game of runs, and, we made some runs, they made some runs. So I think momentum changed, a lot of points of the game. But, yeah, that was one of the times it, changed for the better. So, that was a good stretch.
Jeremy, your first three, you showed no hesitation. You just let it fly. Was that a sign of your confidence and kind of where it stands right now?
I don't remember the first three.
Really,
but,
all of you just let it fly tonight.
Well, I'm sure somebody put me in a good position to shoot it. So I just try to knock it down. I always work on my shot, work on my one-dribble pull-up, work on different parts of my game. So when my teammates hit me, they always find me, whether I'm in the corner or on the wing. They find me, and I just try to knock it down for them.
You seem to have a lot of confidence.
How confident are you early in the season as opposed to earlier?
I was just trying to feel my way through, learn more and more each day. I think my confidence is growing, but at the same time, I got a lot, to work on, a lot to learn. So I'm just soaking everything up.
Jeremy, it seemed like every shot you were taking was just falling down. How did it feel to you out there?
I airballed that one crazy, so it didn't feel like everything was falling, but it felt good. Like I said, my teammates found me when I was open, so I was able to knock down a couple shots. Some games you're going to miss everything, some games you don't make everything. So, luckily this was one of the nights I was able to knock down some shots.
What kind of impact did Serge have defensively tonight?
Oh, he always have a huge impact both ends of the floor. Defensively, he's blocking shots. Rebounding, making it tough on the offensive players. So, he does that consistently.
What do you think it does to opposing defenses to have both you and Reggie able to kind of create your own shot in that second unit?
I think it makes it tough. The first unit, you got, a lot of people that can do a lot of things. And then, when they put us in, those guys get to get a rest. So I think, it makes it tough on the other team because, like you said, we can create our own shot. We can play defense. I think as a unit, not just me and Reggie, but as a unit, we play well together. So I think we're learning each day.
What are your plans for about getting more comfortable every game? It seems like you're getting more comfortable every game.
When you have your teammates, your coaching staff behind you, helping you every day, not only in the games but in practice, encouraging you, helping you. I have no choice but to get better.
Thank you. Kevin, regardless of whether shots were falling tonight, did you feel like you had your defense for all 48 minutes?
Yeah, I think our defense was really good. I mean, this team, if not leading the league, top three in field goal percentage. So, I think they shot 38%, 39% for the game. I think that's just a combination of us using our length, making second and third efforts, and just playing hard.
How about Reggie Jackson's big night? What you saw from Reggie?
He was aggressive all night, getting to the rim, and that's what he does. When nobody can stand in front of him. When he's just aggressive to the rim, that's what we need from him. And he gave us a nice spark. And those guys, him, Jeremy, Fish, those guys are really the reason why we won the basketball game.
Is it his speed? Does he work with a screen particularly well?
It's just he gets so low on his drives. He's so quick. He's so long for a point guard, and he plays at a great pace. So he had an unbelievable game tonight. Something that we expect from him, and I'm looking forward to him having great games down the line.
How does it change the game for you guys when Serge protects the rim like that?
It makes it easier for us. We just when we make mistakes, we know he's going to come in the backside and clean it up. Not just him, but Steven and Perk and Hash when he plays, and Nick as well. They do a great job. Nick taking charges, and so when we make mistakes on the perimeter, we know our big guys are there to have our back, and that's what trust is about, and that's what a team that's been together so long. That's we have that trust, so we just got to keep it up.
No matter what time you play those guys, it tends to be one of the more physical ones. That was a pretty physical battle.
Yeah, I mean, we came out and hit those guys. They hit us, and we made it a game. So it wasn't a lot of free throws in the game. We went out there and played hard, and we stuck with it. And I'm proud of the way we stuck with it. We weren't making shots, but we didn't let that dictate our defense, and we was able to get us a really good win.
Reggie, what do you think sparked that big third quarter run by you guys?
Just defense, getting stops, getting back, trying to keep them out of transition. We know they move the ball around real quick, and they get up the floor and they get open shots. So defensively is what sparked us.
What kind of challenges do you think you guys present when you and Jeremy are on the floor, both able to kind of create a little bit?
Just another athletic backcourt. It's always in attack mode, trying to find shots for ourselves and for others.
It's rare when Russell struggles like this, but when he does, can you guys sense that? And is there a little extra urgency to pick him up?
Yeah. Just we all try to pick up the next man. Russ rarely has nights like this. I think that's why he's a perennial all-star. So people better be on the watch for the next game. But yeah, nights like this, you just keep telling them to go after it. We kept telling them to be aggressive. Unfortunately, shots didn't go in. We still ended up with the win.
Reggie, quoting here from Pop, he said that you kicked their ass and you were the difference in the game. Was there a specific that's his language, not mine. Was there a specific vulnerability in their defense you saw tonight off the screens?
No, just attacked gaps. Some shots went down for all of us. We just kept trying to attack, get in the lane, make the passes for the next man, and just keep attacking the bigs off pick and rolls, just trying to find ways to get into the gap.
Did you get the sense that you were doing that tonight?
I think as a team, we did it pretty successfully tonight, to the point where we ended up with a win, but it all started defensively.
When they got their run close to, I think it was in the fourth, but got to win in 3, what was the key for y'all to be able to push them back?
Just going back to what this team's been built on, just getting stops, trying to find ways to get stops, and ended up with a few transition buckets to push the lead back up. But most of the time, we're just trying to end up with stops and let our defense dictate our offense.
So on a night when Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook combined for 30 points on 39 shots, Jeremy Lamb and Reggie Jackson end up combining for 35 points on 21 shots. Lamb and Jackson, the story of the night, and that stingy Thunder defense. Spurs shot less than 40%. When that happens, when the Thunder hold a team to 40%, 42% shooting or less, Oklahoma City now 42-1 since the beginning of last season. Coming in on Friday night, the Golden State Warriors will be here also, so keep checking back at ThunderGameReport.com.